Fiddler on the roof. It sounds crazy, eh? But in our little village of Anatevka, you could say that every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition. Traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered and always wear a little prayer shawl. This shows a constant devotion to God. Now you may ask, how did this tradition get started? I will tell you, I don't know. But it's a tradition. And because of our traditions, every one of us knows who he is and what God expects him to do.
Day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers. And who has the right, as master of the house, to have the final word at home? The Papa! The Papa! Tradition! The Papa! The Papa! Tradition!
Who must know the way to make a proper home, a quiet home, a kosher home? We must raise a family and run the home, so Papa's free to read the holy book. The Mama,
The Mama, tradition. The Mama, The Mama, tradition. At 3 I started Hebrew school, at 10 I learned a trade. I hear they picked a bride for me, I hope she's pretty. The sons, tradition. The sons, tradition.
and who does Mama teach to mend and tend and fix, preparing me to marry whoever Papa picks?
The daughters. Tradition. The daughters. The daughters. Tradition. Day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers. And he sets the right as master of the house, to write our word at home. The Papa. Tradition. The Papa. Tradition.
And in our little village, we've always had our special types. For instance, Yenta, the matchmaker.
Pincus, I have found a perfect match for your son. A wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Tibble, the shoemaker's daughter.
Tibble, she can hardly see. She's almost blind.
Tell the truth, Pincus. Is your son so much to look at? With the way she sees and the way he looks, it's a perfect match.
And Nahum, the beggar.
Alms for the poor! Alms for the poor!
Here you are, Reb Nachum. Here's 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck. Last week you gave me 2.
I had a hard week.
So you had a hard week, so why should I suffer?
And most important, our beloved rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
A blessing for the Tsar. Of course! May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us!
constable. His Honor, the priest. His Honor, there are many others. We don't bother them, and so far they don't bother us. And among ourselves we get along perfectly well. Of course, there was the time when he sold him a horse and he delivered a mule, but that's all forgotten now. Now we live in perfect peace. It was a horse. It was a mule. It was a horse. It was a mule. Horse. Mule. Horse. Mule. Horse. Mule. Tradition. 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 Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
On my head. By the heart, foolish girl. Where's Hava?
She's in the barn milking, Mama. When will Papa be home?
It's almost the Sabbath, and your papa worries a lot when he'll be home. All day long riding on top of his wagon like a prince.
Mama, you know that Papa works hard.
His horse works harder, and you don't have to defend your papa to me. I've known him longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. He should only live and be well. Schwinzel, get me some more potatoes. Did you finish the milking?
Yes, Mama.
You were reading again? Why does a young girl have to read? Will it get her a better husband? Here.
Mama, Jens is coming. She's up the road. Maybe she's finally found a good match for you, Saito.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Why does she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath.
I'll finish up in the barn. I want to talk to Yenta alone.
Mama, can I go out and play?
You have feet. Go.
Can I go too?
Go too.
Mama, the men she finds. The last one was so old, he was bald, he had no hair.
A poor girl without a dowry can't be so particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey.
Mama, I'm not yet 20 years old.
Do you want to tempt the evil eye boasting about your age inside?
Yenta! I just had to come to see you because I have such news for you. And not just once in a week news, but once in a lifetime news. And where are your daughters? Outside, no? Oh, good. Such diamonds, such jewels. Oh, you'll see, Golda. I'll find a husband for each one of them. But you shouldn't be so picky. Even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband, God forbid. And who should know better than me? Ever since my husband died, I've been a poor widow, alone. No one to talk to, nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. All I do at night is think of him. And even thinking of him gives me no pleasure because, well, you know as well as I, he was not much of a person. Never made a living. Everything he touched turned to mud. But better than nothing.
Good evening. Is Zytel in the house?
Yes, but she's busy. You can come back later.
Well, there was something I wanted to talk to her.
Later.
I thought I heard you, Mother.
Finish what you were doing. Mottled, I said later.
All right.
What does that poor little tailor Mottled want with Zytel?
Oh, they've been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play.
They play? What do they play?
Who knows? They're just children.
From such children come other children.
Martel, he's a nothing, Yenta, you said.
Ah, children. They are your blessing in your old age. But my Aaron couldn't give me children. Believe me, he was good as gold. He never raised his voice to me. But Otherwise, he was not much of a man. So what good is it if he never raised his voice? Oh, but what's the use complaining? Other women enjoy complaining, but not Yenta. Not every woman in the world is a Yenta. Well, I have to go prepare my poor Sabbath table. So it's been wonderful talking our hearts out with each other. Goodbye.
Yenta, Yenta! You said you had news for me.
Oh, the news! Oh, I'm losing my head. One of these days it will fall off altogether and a horse will come along and kick it into the mud. And then goodbye, Yenta. Of course, the news. It's about Laser Wolf, the butcher. A good man, a fine man, and I don't have to tell you that he's well off. Well, he's lonely, the poor man. You understand what I mean? Of course you do. Well, to cut a long story short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye on Saito.
My Saito?
No, the Tsar Saito. Of course you're Saito.
Such a match for my Saito. But Tevye wants a learned man. He doesn't like laser.
Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him, but don't tell him what it's about. Let Laser discuss it with him. He'll win him over. He's a good man and a wealthy man. True? True. So you tell me how it went, and you don't have to thank me, Golda, because aside from my fee, which anyway Laser will pay, it gives me great satisfaction to make people happy. So, what greater satisfaction is there? So goodbye, Golda, and you're welcome.
What did she want, Mama?
When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish washing the floor.
I wonder if Yente's found you a husband. I'm not anxious for Yente to find me a husband.
Not unless it's Mato the tailor.
I didn't ask you.
Saito, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me. And then after her, one for me. So if Yente brings you a match...
Yente!
Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves. She might bring someone wonderful. Someone interesting. And well off. And important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll ring a bell. You bring a groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Since when are you interested in a match, Hava? I thought you just had your eye on your books. And you have your eye on the rabbi's son.
Well, why not? We only have one rabbi and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a girl from a poor family. So whatever Yenta brings, you'll take. Right? Of course, right. Huddle, oh huddle, have I made a match for you? He's handsome, he's young. All right, he's 62, but he's a nice man, a good catch. True? True. I promise you'll be happy, and even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Oh, I found him. Will you be a lucky bride? He's handsome, he's tall, that is from side to side, but he's a nice man, a good catch, right? Right. You heard he has a temper, he'll beat you every night, but only when he's sober, so you're all right. Did you think you'd get a prince
take your time. Up to this minute, I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good. Dear gentle, see that he's gentle. Remember, you were also a bride. It's not that I'm sentimental. It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned. Playing with matches, a girl can get burned. So bring me no ring, groom me no groom, find me no fight, catch me no cat, unless he's a matchless man.
Today, I am a horse. Dear God, why did you have to make my poor old horse lose his shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. It isn't enough that you pick on me, Tevye. Bless him with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. What have you got against my horse? Sometimes I think when things get too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see what mischief can I play on my friend Tevye.
Ah, there he is, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where is your horse?
He decided to visit the blacksmith for the Sabbath.
Well, hurry up, the sun won't wait. I have something to say to you.
Heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. I got the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. You made many, many poor people. Well, I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man. All day long I'd biddy boom. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, a yigga-digga diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy boom. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, a yigga-digga diddle man, I see my wife, my Goldie, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs, something like a peacock, with a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. the most important men in town would come to fawn on me. They would ask me to advise them, like Solomon the wise. If you please, Red Tevye, pardon me, Red Tevye, posing problems that would cross the rabbi's eyes. And it won't make one little difference if you answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. I would discuss their holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. Ah, this would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were rich, all day long I'd boom. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Or would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
There he is. You forgot my order for the Sabbath.
Red Moika, I had a little accident with my horse.
Have you forgot my order for the Sabbath also?
I know, Reb Yosef.
You also forgot my order.
This is bigger news than the plague in Odessa.
Talking of news, terrible news in the outside world. Terrible.
What is it? What does it say?
In the village of Ranjenko, all the Jews were evicted, forced to leave their homes.
For what reason?
Doesn't say. Maybe the Tsar wanted their land. Maybe a plague.
May the Tsar have his own personal plague.
Amen.
Why don't you ever bring us some good news?
I just read it. It says it was an edict from the authorities.
May the authorities start itching in places that they can't reach.
Amen.
Why do you curse them? What good does your cursing do? You stand around and curse and chatter and don't do anything. You'll all chatter your way into the grave.
Excuse me, you're not from this village.
No.
And where are you from?
Kiev. I was a student in the university there.
Aha, the university. Is that where you learn to criticize your elders?
That's where I learned that there's more to life than talk. You should know what's going on in the outside world.
Why should I break my head about the outside world? Let them break their own heads.
He's right. As the good book says, when you spit in the air, it lands in your face.
That's nonsense. You can't close your eyes to what's happening in the world.
He's right.
He's right and he's right? How can they both be right?
You know, you are also right.
He's right. He's still wet behind the ears. Good Sabbath, Tevye.
Good Sabbath.
Tevye, my order.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath. Have the rabbis ordered my cheese?
Of course. So you're from Kiev, Reb...
Perchik.
Perchik. Well, you're a stranger in a strange land, as Abraham said.
Moses said that.
Forgive me. As King David put it, I am slow of speech and slow of tongue.
And that was also Moses.
For a man with a slow tongue, he talked a lot.
And the cheese?
Here, have a piece.
I have no money, and I'm not a beggar.
Here, it's a blessing for me to give.
Very well. For your sake.
Thank you. You know, it's no crime to be poor.
In this world, it is the rich who are the criminals. Someday their wealth will be ours.
That would be nice. If they would agree, I would agree.
And who would make this miracle come to pass?
People. Ordinary people.
Like you.
Like me.
Nonsense.
Then until your golden day comes, Reb Perchik, how will you live?
By giving lessons to children. Do you have children?
I have 5 daughters.
5?
Daughters.
Girls should learn too. Girls are people.
A radical.
I would be willing to teach them. Open their minds to great thoughts.
What great thoughts?
Well, the Bible has many lessons for our times.
I'm a poor man. Food for lessons? Good. You can spend the Sabbath with us. We don't eat like kings, but we don't starve either. As the good book says, when a poor man eats a chicken, one of them is sick.
Where does the good book say that?
Well, it doesn't exactly say that, but someplace it says something about a chicken.
Oh, good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
From Camp Project, this is my oldest daughter, Silent.
Good Sabbath.
Good Sabbath.
You have a pleasant daughter.
I have 5 pleasant daughters. This is mine, and 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 this is not mine. This is Model Comsoil, and he is also...
So you did me a favor and came home.
This is also mine. Golda, this is Perchik from Kiev. He's going to be spending the Sabbath with us. He is a teacher. Would you like to take lessons from him?
I'm really a good teacher. A very good teacher.
I heard once, the rabbi who must praise himself has a congregation of one.
Your daughter has a quick and witty tongue.
The wit she gets from me. As the good book says...
The good book can wait. Get washed.
The tongue she gets from her mother.
Mazel, you are also eating with us? Of course, another blessing. Cycle Kumar. Friends of Yalka, get washed.
Mazel can help me.
All right, get 2 more chairs. How about you go too? Perchik, you can wash at the well. There you are. Tevye, I have something to say to you.
Why should today be different?
Tevye, I have to tell you...
Shh, I'm praying.
Tevye, Laser Wolf wants to see you.
The butcher? What about?
I don't know, only that he says it's important.
Important? What could be important? I have nothing for him to slaughter.
After the Sabbath, see him, talk to him.
Talk about what? If he's thinking about buying my new milk cow, he can forget it.
Tevye, don't be an ox. A man sends you an important message, the least you can do is talk to him.
Talk to him about what? He wants to buy my new milk cow.
Talk to him!
All right, I'll talk to him.
Mazel Yenta was here.
I know, I saw her.
If they agree on someone, there'll be a match, and then it will be too late for us.
Well, don't worry, Saita. I have found someone who will sell me his used sewing machine, and in a few weeks I'll have saved up enough to buy it. And then your father will be impressed with me.
Mazel, a few weeks may be too late.
But what else can we do?
You can ask my father for my hand tonight, now.
Oh, why should he consider me now? I'm only a poor tailor.
I'm only the daughter of a poor milkman. Just talk to him.
Saita, if your father says no, that's it. It's final. Well, he'll yell at me.
Oh, Mazel.
I'm just a poor tailor.
Even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness.
That's true.
Will you talk to him? Will you talk to him?
All right, I'll talk to him.
It's late. Where is everyone? Late.
Raptatya?
Children, come in. We're lighting the candles.
Raptatya!
Yes, Model, what is it?
Oh.
Well, Model, what is it?
Good Sabbath, Raptatya!
Good Sabbath. Good Sabbath. Come, children, come.
May the Lord protect and defend you. May He always shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther,
best brandy and 2 glasses.
Ah, your best brandy, Reb Laser.
What's the occasion? Are you getting ready for a party?
A party? Yes, perhaps. Maybe even a wedding.
A wedding? Wonderful! And I'll be happy to make the wedding merry. Lead the dancing and so forth. For a little fee, naturally.
Naturally. A wedding wouldn't be a wedding without you. And your little fee.
Good evening, innkeeper. We'd like a drink.
Good evening.
Sit down, Fietka.
Vodka, schnapps?
Vodka.
Right away.
Good evening.
Good evening, Teddy.
What are you doing here so early?
He wants to buy my new milk cow. Good evening, Reb Laser.
Ah, Tevye. Sit down. Have a drink.
I won't insult you by saying no.
So, how goes it with you, Tevye?
How should it go?
That's true.
And with you?
The same.
I'm sorry to hear that.
How is your brother-in-law in America?
I believe he's doing very well.
He writes then?
Not lately.
Well, then how do you know he writes?
If he was doing badly, he would write.
Tevye, I suppose you know why I wanted to talk to you tonight.
Yes, I do, Reb Laser. And there's no use talking about it.
Well, why not?
Why, yes. Why should I get rid of her?
There'd be more at home without her.
I see. Today you want 1. Tomorrow you may want 2.
2? What would I do with 2?
The same as you do with 1.
Tevye, this is very important to me.
Why is this so important to you?
Tevye, I'm lonesome.
Lonesome? What are you talking about?
Don't you know?
Well, we're talking about my new milk cow, the one you want to buy from me.
A milk cow! So I won't be lonesome.
Well, what's so funny?
I'm talking about your daughter Zeitel.
My daughter Seidel?
Yes, your daughter Zeitel. I see her every Thursday in my butcher shop. She has made a good impression on me, Tevye. I like her. And as for me, well, as you know, I'm pretty well off. I have a good store, a nice house, and even a servant. And Tevye, why should we try to impress each other? Let's just shake hands and call it a match. And you won't even need a dowry. You might even find something in your own purse.
Shame on you, shame. What do you mean, my purse? You think my daughter Seidel is the sort I would sell for money?
Very well. We won't talk about money. But Tevye, let's make this match. I will be good to her, Tevye. I like her. What do you think?
What do I think? What do I think? I never liked him. Oh, you can have a perfectly fine conversation with him as long as you talk about livers and kidneys. On the other hand, not everyone has to be a scholar. And if you're wealthy enough, no one will call you stupid. And with a butcher for a husband, my daughter will always do well. Of course, he has a problem. He's much older than her. That's her problem. But she's much younger. That's his problem. I always thought of him as a butcher, but I misjudged him. He's a good man. He likes her. He will try to make her happy. What do I think? It's a match.
You agree then?
I agree.
Good. Let's drink to it.
Very well. To you.
No, my friend, to you.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our agreement. To our prosperity. To long life and happiness. And most important, to life. To life. L'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim. To life. Here's to the father I tried to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Great l'chaim. To life. To life. L'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim. To life. Life has a way of confusing us.
Blessing and losing us.
Great l'chaim to life. God would like us to be joyful even when our hearts lie panting on the floor.
How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
To life, l'chaim! To Seidel, my daughter!
My wife! It gives us something to think about.
Something to drink about.
Drink l'chaim! To life!
Rebecca!
Yes, my lord.
Drink for everybody! I'm thinking myself a bride!
Who is it?
Tevye the Seidel!
Congratulations.
To lays a roll.
To Tevye!
To Seidel, your daughter.
My wife!
May all your futures be pleasant ones, not like our present ones. Bring the triumph to life, the triumph. The life. It takes a wedding to make a say, let's live another day. Drink the triumph to life. To raise a glass and sip a drop of schnapps in honor of the great good luck that favored you. We know that when good fortune favors two such men, it stands to reason we deserve it too. To us and our good fortune, be happy, long life. And if our good fortune never comes, here's to whatever comes. Drink the fire to life.
just wanted a son. One a little younger than myself.
Good evening.
Good evening, Constable.
What's the celebration?
Tevye is marrying off his eldest daughter.
Oh, may I offer my congratulations, Deborah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tevye, there's a bit of news that I think I should tell you as a friend.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm only giving you this news because you are a decent, honest person, even though you are a Jewish dog.
Thank you, Your Honor. How often does a man get a compliment like that? And the news?
We have received orders. We have received orders that sometime soon there should be a little unofficial demonstration in this village.
A pogrom? Here?
No. Just a little unofficial demonstration.
How little?
Not too serious. Just some mischief. So that if an inspector comes through, he can see that we've done our duty. Now, personally, I don't know why there has to be this trouble between people, but I thought I'd tell you, and you can tell the others.
Thank you, Your Honor. You're a decent man. If I may say so, it's too bad you're not a Jew.
That's what I like about you, Tevye. Always joking. And congratulations again for your daughter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good night. Dear God, why did you have to send me news like that today of all days? It's true that we are the chosen people, but once in a while, couldn't you choose somebody else? Anyway, thank you for sending a husband for my asylum. L'chaim.
Now, children, I will tell you the story from the Bible of Laban and Jacob, and then we will discuss together, all right? Good. Now, Laban had 2 daughters, Leah and the beautiful Rachel, and Jacob loved the younger, Rachel, and asked Laban for her hand. Laban agreed if Jacob would work for him for 7 years.
Was Laban a mean man?
He was an employer. Now, after Jacob had worked for him for 7 years, do you know what happened? Laban tricked him and gave him his ugly daughter, Leah. So in order to marry Rachel, Jacob was forced to work another 7 years. So you see, children, the Bible clearly teaches us that you must never trust an employer. Do you understand?
Yes, Butcher.
Good. Now,
Papa isn't up yet?
No, Mama.
And enough lessons. We'll have to do Papa's work today. How long can a man sleep? Staggered home last night and fell into bed like a dead man. I couldn't get a word out of him. Here, finish this up in the barn and let me know when your Papa gets up.
That was a very interesting lesson, Perchik.
do you think so?
Although I don't know if the rabbi would agree with your interpretation.
Neither, I suppose, would the rabbi's son.
My little sisters have big tongues.
And what do you know of him, besides the fact that he is the rabbi's son? Would you be interested in him if he were the shoemaker's son or the tinsmith's son?
At least I know this. He does not have any strange ideas about turning the world upside down.
And certainly any new idea would be strange to you. Remember the Lord said, "Let there be light."
Yes, but he was not talking to you personally.
You have spirit, even a little intelligence, perhaps.
Thank you.
But what good is your brain without curiosity? It is a rusty tool. Good day, Huddle.
We have an old custom here. A boy acts respectfully to a girl. But of course, it's too traditional for an advanced thinker like you.
Our traditions, nothing must change. Everything must remain exactly the way it is.
We like our ways.
Our ways are changing all over but here. Here, men and women must keep apart. Men must study, women in the kitchen. Boys and girls must not touch, should not even look at one another.
I'm looking at you.
You are very brave. Do you know that in the city, boys and girls can be affectionate without the permission of a matchmaker? Why, they hold hands together. They even dance together. New dances like this. custom.
Yes. Well, you're welcome. I mean, thank you. I mean, good day.
Good day.
Bilky Sprit, who are you?
Hello, Papa.
Where's Seidel?
She's in the barn.
Call her out. Well, Red Perchik, how did the lessons go today?
I think we made a good beginning.
Ah, he's finally out. Did you see Laser Wolf? What happened last night besides you drinking like a peasant? Did you see Laser Wolf? Did you talk to him? What did he say? What did you say? Is there news?
Patience, woman. As the good book says, good news will stay. Bad news will refuse to leave. And there's another saying that goes...
to die from such a man.
Ah, Seidel, my lamb, Seidel, come here. You are to be congratulated. You are going to be married.
Married?
What do you mean, Papa?
Laser Wolf has asked for your hand.
I knew it. The butcher? Oh, my heart told me this was our lucky day. Thank you, dear God, I thank you.
And what do you say, Seidel?
What can she say? My firstborn, a bride. May you grow old with him in fortune and in honor. Not like that first wife of his, Sarah, may she rest in peace. She was a dark and bitter woman, not like my Zeitel. And now I must tell yet to the news, my Zeitel, a bride!
Mazel tov, Zeitel. Mazel tov, Zeitel.
You call that a mazel tov? And what about you, Red Perchik? Are you going to congratulate her?
Congratulations, Seidel, for getting a rich man.
Again with the rich. What's wrong with being rich?
It's no reason to marry. Money is the world's curse.
May the Lord smite me with it. May I never recover. Seidel knows I mean only her welfare. Am I right, Seidel?
Yes, Papa.
There, you see?
I see. I see very well.
Well, my child, why are you so silent? Are you happy with this blessing?
Oh, Papa!
What's the matter? What is it?
I don't want to marry him. I can't marry him. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? If I say you will, you will.
Papa, if it's a matter of money, I'll do anything. I'll hire myself out as a servant. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks. Only don't make me marry him, Papa, please.
Well, what's the matter with Laser? He likes you.
I will be unhappy with him. My entire life will be unhappy. I'll dig ditches. I'll haul rocks.
But we made an agreement. With us, an agreement is an agreement.
Is that more important than I am, Papa? Papa, don't force me. I will be unhappy all my days.
All right. I won't force you.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
It seems that it was not ordained that you should have all the comforts of life. Or that your mother and I should have a little joy in our old age after all of our hard work.
Rabtavia, may I speak with you?
Later, Model, I'm busy.
I have something I want to talk with you about.
Not now, Model, I have problems.
Oh, that's what I want to talk with you about. I think I can help.
Certainly. Like a bandage can help a corpse. Goodbye, Model, goodbye.
At least listen to him, Papa.
Very well. You have a tongue? Speak.
I hear you're arranging a match for Zeitel.
He also has ears.
I have a match for Zeitel.
What kind of match?
A perfect fit.
Perfect fit.
Like a glove.
Like a glove.
This match was made exactly to measure.
Made to measure, perfect fit. Stop talking like a tailor and tell me who is it.
Please don't shout at me, Red Tevye.
All right. All right. Who is it?
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 It's me, myself.
Oh. Him himself? Either you're completely out of your mind or you must be crazy. He must be crazy. Arranging a match for yourself? What are you, everything? The matchmaker, the bridegroom, the guests all roll into one? I suppose you'll even perform the ceremony. You must be crazy.
Please don't shout, Red Tevye. As for being my own matchmaker, I know it's a little unusual.
Unusual! It's crazy!
Time for changing, Reptevia! The thing is, your daughter Zeitel and I gave each other our pledge over a year ago that we would be married.
You gave each other a pledge?
Yes, Papa. We gave each other our pledge.
They gave each other a pledge. Unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge. Impossible. Where do they think they are? In Moscow? In Paris? Where do you think you are? America! And what do you think you're doing? You stitcher! You nothing! Who do you think you are? King Solomon! This isn't the way it's done. Not here, not now. Some things I cannot, I will not allow. Tradition. Marriages must be arranged by the Papa. This should never be changed. One little time you pull out a prop, and where does it stop? Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Do I still have something to say about my daughter? Doesn't anyone ask her father anymore?
Well, I have wanted to talk to you sometime, Reptevia, but first I wanted to save up enough for my own sewing machine.
Stop talking nonsense! You're just a poor tailor!
Well, that's true, Reptevia. But even a poor tailor is entitled to some happiness. I promise you, Reptevia, your daughter will not be unhappy.
He's beginning to talk like a man. On the other hand, what kind of match would that be with a poor tailor? On the other hand, he's an honest hard worker. On the other hand, he has absolutely nothing. On the other hand, things cannot get worse for him. They can only get better. They gave each other a pledge, unheard of, absurd. They gave each other a pledge, impossible. But look at my daughter's face. She wants him, she loves him. And look at my daughter's eyes, so hopeful. Tradition. Very well, children. When do we make the wedding?
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Oh, Reptevia, you won't be sorry.
I won't be sorry. I'm sorry already.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Oh, thank you, Papa.
Oh, thank you, Papa. Mother and children, they pledged their troth. Golda. What am I going to tell Golda? What am I going to do about Golda? Help!
Mono, you were wonderful.
It was a miracle. It was a miracle. Wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles. God took a Daniel once again, stood by his side, and miracle of miracles led him through the lion's den. Wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles. I was afraid that God would frown, but like he did so long ago in Jericho, God just made the walls fall down. When Moses softened Pharaoh's heart, that was a miracle. When God made the waters of the Red Sea part, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is that out of a worthless lump of clay, God has made a man today. Wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, God took a tailor by the hand, turned him around, and miracle of miracles led him to the promised land. When David slew Goliath, yes, that was a miracle. When God made his manna in the wilderness, that was a miracle too. But of all God's miracles, large and small, the most miraculous one of all is the one I thought could never be. God has given you to me.
What?
Marlo!
Tanya, wake up! Wake up, Tanya! Why are you calling her? Tanya, wake up! Tanya, what is it?
Where is she? Where is she?
Where is who? What are you talking about?
Frumacera, Laserwall's first wife, Frumacera. She was standing right here a minute ago.
What are you talking about, Tevye? Frumacera's been dead for years. You must have been dreaming. Tell me what you dreamt and I'll tell you what it meant.
It was horrible.
Tell me.
All right. Only don't be frightened.
Tell me.
All right. This was my dream. In the beginning, I dreamt we were having a celebration of some kind. Everyone we knew was there. And musicians, too. And in the middle of the dream, in walks your grandmother Seidel, may she rest in peace.
Grandmother Saito? How did she look?
Well, for a woman who's been dead for 30 years, she looked very good. Naturally, I went up to talk to her. And this is what she said to me.
A blessing on your head
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
to see a daughter wed,
mazel tov, mazel tov.
and such a son-in-law like no one ever saw. The Taylor Mottle Chemsoil.
Mottle?
A worthy boy is he,
Mazel tov, mazel tov,
of pious family.
mazel tov, mazel tov.
They named him after my dear Uncle Mordecai, the Taylor Mottle Chemsoil.
A tailor? She must have heard wrong. She meant a butcher.
You must have heard wrong, Grandma. There's no tailor. You mean the butcher, Grandma, by the name of Laser Wolf?
I mean a tailor, Tevye, my great-grandchild. Telling the Saito who you named for me. Mottle's bride was meant to be. For such a match I prayed.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
In heaven it was made.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
A fine upstanding boy, a comfort and a joy. The Taylor Mottle Chemsoil.
But we announced it already. We made a bargain with the butcher.
But we announced it, Grandma, to our neighbors. We made a bargain, Grandma, with the butcher Laser Wolf.
So you announced it, Tevye. That's your headache. And as for Laser Wolf, I say to you, Tevye, that's your headache too.
Our mercy on your house, mazel tov, mazel tov. Married such a spouse, mazel tov, mazel tov. And such a son-in-law, like no one ever saw. The Taylor Mottle Chemsoil.
It was the butcher.
The Taylor Mottle Chemsoil.
It was Laser Wolf, the Taylor Model Cam.
Shot! Shot! Who is this? Who is this? Who is it? What woman is this? My righteous anger shaken.
Could it be sure?
Yes, it could.
Why not?
Who could be mistaken?
Is the butcher's wife come from beyond the grave? Is the butcher's dear darling departed wife? Frumacera, Frumacera, Frumacera.
What is this about your daughter marrying my husband?
Your husband.
Would you do this to your friend and neighbor Frumacera?
Frumacera.
Have you no consideration for a woman's feelings?
Woman's feelings.
Handing over my belongings to a total stranger.
Total stranger.
How can you allow it? How can you let your daughter take my place, live in my house, carry my keys, and wear my clothes, pearls?
How can you allow your daughter to take her place? House, keys, clothes.
Such a brought on by that butcher. If my grandmother Saito, may she rest in peace, took the trouble to come all the way from the other world to tell us about the tailor, then all I can say is that it's all for the best, and it couldn't possibly be any better. Amen. A blessing on my head, mazel tov, like Grandma Saito said, mazel tov. We'll have a son-in-law like no one ever saw, the tailor Matel Camzoil.
We haven't got the man
Mazel tov,
we had when we began.
mazel tov.
But since your grandma came, she'll marry, what's his name?
The tailor Matel Camzoil.
The tailor Matel comes oil. The tailor Matel comes oil. The tailor Matel comes oil. Thank you.
Bagels, fresh bagels, bagels, fresh bagels. Did you hear? Tevye Seidel's very model, not Lisa Wolf.
No!
Yes.
Seidel's very model?
Yes.
What's all the excitement? Heavy and Seidel.
I know, Lisa Wolf, the butcher.
Oh, she's very model. Model and tailor, that's terrible. Model talk, model.
Saito is married Matel. I can't believe it. What's the matter with my son,
Yusuf, you have a wedding hat for me.
Laser Wolf ordered a hat, but it's not cheap.
I got his bride. I can get his hat.
Then come, Mazel, I'll show you.
Oh, Hava, can you watch the shop for a few minutes? I won't be gone long.
Of course.
Come, Mazel, I'll show you.
Oh, Father, we heard the news. It's wonderful.
Mazel tov, Hava. Mazel tov, Hava.
Please, my pants.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov, Hava.
All right. Just stop it. What's wrong with you? Just stop it. Now look here, Fiedka. Goodbye, Sasha. I said goodbye. I'm sorry about that. They meant no harm.
Don't they? Is there something you want?
Yes, I'd like to talk with you.
I'd rather not.
I've often noticed you at the bookstore. Not many girls in this village like to read. Would you like to borrow this book? It's very good.
No, thank you.
Why? Because I'm not Jewish? Do you feel about me the way they feel about you? I didn't think you would.
What do you know about me?
Well, let me tell you about myself. I'm quite a charming fellow. Honest, ambitious, quite bright, very modest.
I don't think we should be talking this way.
I often do things I shouldn't. Go on, take the book. It's by Heinrich Heine. Happens to be Jewish, I believe.
That doesn't matter.
You're quite right. Good. And after you return it, we'll talk about it for a while. And we'll talk about life, and how we feel about things. And things can turn out quite pleasant. You see?
Oh, good afternoon, Fiedka. Is there something I can do for you?
No. No, thank you.
You forgot your book.
No, it's mine.
Thank you, Hava.
Good day, Chava.
Good day.
Fiedka.
Good day, Fiedka.
growing older. When did they?
When did she get to be a beauty? When did he grow to be this tall?
Wasn't it yesterday when they were small?
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly for the days. Seedlings turn overnight to sunflowers, blossoming even as we gaze.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and tears.
What words of wisdom can I give them? How can I help to ease their way?
Now they must learn from one another, day by day.
They look so natural together.
Just like two newlyweds should be.
Is there a canopy in store for me?
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly fly the years. One season following another, laden with happiness and to breathe. At the same time.
Not as young as you thought you were, Raymond.
My friends, we are gathered here to share the joy of the newlyweds. Mottle in sight.
Get your breath.
May they live together in peace to a ripe old age. Amen.
Amen.
Ah, here comes our beloved rabbi. May he be with us for many, many years.
Amen.
Amen. I want to announce that the bride's parents are giving the newlyweds the following. A new feather bed. A pair of pillows.
Goose pillars.
Goose pillows. And this pair of candlesticks. Now let us not, in our joy tonight, forget those who are no longer with us, our dear departed, who live in pain and poverty and hardship, and who die in pain and poverty and hardship. But enough tears! Let us be merry and content, like our good friend Laser Wolf, who has everything in the world except a bride. But Laser has no ill feelings. In fact, he has a gift for the newlyweds that he would like to announce himself. Come, Laser Wolf.
As he said, that I know ill feelings. What's done is done. I want to give the newlyweds 5 chickens. 1 for each of the first 5 Sabbaths or what is that?
You're a decent man, Reb Laser. In the name of my daughter and her new husband, I accept your gifts. There's an old saying that goes...
I tell you, I'm not marrying your daughter. I don't have to listen to your old sayings.
But I was only going to say...
Why should I listen to you? A man who breaks an agreement.
Oh, not now, Laser, in the middle of a wedding.
I have a right to speak.
What right? This is not your wedding.
It should have been.
Oh, Laser, don't change Heavy at his daughter's wedding.
He shamed me in front of the whole village.
Quiet, shut. Rabbi, say something.
I say, let's sit down.
Okay.
We all heard the wise words of the rabbi.
Now, I'd like to sing a little...
You can keep your diseased chickens.
You leave my chickens out of this. We had an agreement.
The terms weren't settled.
We drank on it.
He drank on it. I saw that.
My own grandmother came to me from the grave!
What sign? What grandmother? My grandfather came to me from the grave, and he told me that her grandmother was a big liar.
And we drank on it.
Quiet! What's all the screaming about? They drank on it, an agreement, a sign? It's all nonsense. Seidel wanted to marry Model, not Blazer.
A young girl decides for herself?
Yes, why not? They love each other.
Love?
Terrible.
He's a radical.
What happens to the matchmaker?
Hey, see there.
I say.
I know. Let's sit down.
Come on, musicians, play, a dance, a dance. Come on, dance, it's a wedding.
Some wedding.
What is he doing? Stop it. Will someone dance with me? That's a sin. It's no sin to dance at a wedding.
With a girl? That's what you get when you have a wild man in your house.
He's no wild man. Oh, his ideas are a little crazy.
But
He's
it's
no
the
wild-
sin. It's no sin. Ask the rabbi. Ask him.
Well, Rabbi.
Well, dancing, it's not forbidden.
There, you see, it's not forbidden.
And it's no sin. Now, who will dance with me?
Huddle.
It's only a dance, Mama.
Play.
Look at Tevia's daughter.
He's dancing with the girl.
I can see she dancing.
long time. Tevye, the orders are for tonight for the whole village. Go on and play.
Go
play. All right, man. All right, enough. Tevye, I'm genuinely sorry. You understand?
I understand.
Let's go.
Take him in the house. Asa.
What are you standing around for? Clean up!